All right, December 15th, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Was that 0 degrees Celsius? I don't know, I'm not that smart. Anyway, the old scooter fired right up today. No hesitation. Must have just been too cold yesterday. So anyway, here I am, scooting out of work. What else going on? It's supposed to snow in about 2 hours. I'll be home sleeping by then. But let's see. I haven't decided how I'm going to do the battery setup on this. I mean, I have an idea, but I think it'd be overkill. And then the other way, I think, I don't want to say it'd be dangerous, but it'd be a lot of wasted work. See, the way I did it yesterday, it did work. Problem is the wires are too thin, not allowing enough juice to go back and forth here. Go one, so what? And I have to know where the battery is on this thing. I put a battery tender on it, so I had to have seen the battery at least once. So what I'd like to do is get to the battery and put two, I don't even know what size, where are they, 4 gauge, 8 gauge, the main main wires coming off the battery going to the starter or the frame. I used to know, I can't think of it right now, I'm tired. Just finished up my 7th in a row. I'm off today. I go back in tomorrow, so I don't know. Anyway, what I'd like to do is make up some terminals. Yeah, we could call them terminals on that thicker wire and have it going from the battery to somewhere on the side to where if I say you had somebody with jumper cables wanting to jump it, I wouldn't have to take the seat off or the side panel off or something like that. But then you got to worry about them touching each other. You got to worry about them getting wet. You got to worry about them making contact with some metal. I mean, it's definitely doable. It'd just be like a remote battery post on the new cars now that they have. Because the batteries underneath the rear seat or in the wheel well, in the trunk, something like that. So you got to have these little remote terminals. You could do something like that. And I actually think that's what we're going to do. Because you could pretty much ground it right to the engine somewhere. Which I might just put a lug coming off the frame somewhere, specifically for a jumper cable. Just, not because I need it, but because it will be there if I do need it. Ounce of prevention, pound of cure, where is it? What? A gram of prevention is equal to a kilo of cure. How about that? Yeah, that don't make any sense, does it? Well, they do have trailers there. I almost did something stupid last night at work. I almost bought another bike off the marketplace. It was a great price, and it looked to be a great fuel because it had S-less crankcase on it, Screaming Eagle heads and cylinders, which just the heads alone bump up the compression by a whole point. And you could run a much bigger cam with those heads because they got the bigger valves in it too. And they had the S-less Super G carb or Super E carb, I can't remember right now. And they went 1,800 for it. And the bike, somebody took care of this bike because it was nice and clean, no dents, no scratches. And they actually had the calipers powder coated or painted to match the color of the bike. So I know it was taken care of. And the guy only wanted 1,800 for it. Bad thing is, it was about 3 hours one way. More than 3 hours depending on lake effect weather, you know, the snow and ice and all that crap. So like 3.5 hours one way. At least an hour out there looking, going over it, and taking a chance and getting to a notary or something like that. Oh shit, I've been talking way too long. Yeah, anyway, I didn't do it. I'm thankful I didn't do it. The bike's already sold. But it would have been nice to have a spare Evo electric glide. Anyway, go ahead and get yourself something to ride. Get out there and ride it. Stay safe and enjoy life. I'll talk to you tomorrow, later on.